Okay, I'm gonna do number of islands today. One thing, it says solved, but most of the other questions that I record, if you look at my submissions, yes, I did it like 2 years ago in like Python, so I just want to practice C++. That's why I just end up doing some of the questions I've already done. Yeah, sometimes I remember the solution, sometimes I don't, so yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me move this up. Okay. Okay. Given a m by n 2D binary grid, which represents a map of ones and zeros, return the number of islands. An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent land, vertically or horizontally. Okay, you may assume all 4 edges of the grid are surrounded by water. All 4 edges. Okay. Makes sense. So that's one island. That's another one. That's another one. That's 3. That whole U shape, N shape, is like a single island. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so this is like a BFS. And is it a BFS? Yeah, it is a BFS. Okay. I guess I've been working on using more meaningful variable names, so maybe I'll do this instead. Okay. If grid of row call land is 1, so it has chars, so that is correct. Then you want to do a BFS, otherwise you just skip. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, let's do a lambda function, but how do you make a lambda function again? I think in C++ a lambda function is like order BFS is equal to I think it's like that. Oh. Yeah, okay. And for BFS, you want to have directions going up, down, left, right. And so up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. And this is going to be a vector of pairs. Up would be 0, 1. down would be 0, -1, left would be -1, 0, and right would be 1, 0. Okay. And you want to have a queue, but before we do that, we should take in parameters, which should be row and column. And we also need to make sure later on we check if the current position has been seen before. Okay. BFS uses a queue. Of what should I take? Coordinates. So pair. Let's call this Q. Q dot. I think it's push. That. Or Q dot size. Current X. Current row will be Q dot top. I think it's top. It's front. And then pop. Okay. So right. Wait, hang on. Is that even right? Yeah, that's right. And out of bounds. Yeah, I'm gonna have a 1D vector for all of the scene positions. Instead of holding a set, because we can just use boolean. And the way we can get a 1D vector is we can just assign each of these positions to a numerical value. So this can be position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and to do that we just need to make a position ID calculator, and that just takes in int row int col, and we just need to return row multiplied by cols plus col. Yep, so depending on what row we're on, we add all of the columns. So say we're on this one, so then we're going to add all the number of columns here and here, and then we're going to add which column we're on. So we're going to pretty much add all of this up to here, and that gives us the exact position. And the reason why that's good is because we can add it to our scene by going scene equals true, and we just need to go new row, new col, like that. And if scene maybe a better name is position pos to ID. Yeah, it's probably a better name. If of let's to at least and then we can and if it's water, then we don't really care, right? And by the time we've gotten here, we're in the right bounds, and we've not seen, yeah, by the time we're here, we've not seen this position before. It's it might be better to take this out. Yeah. So that later this can work a bit more efficiently. So we'll mark all water and land. Should I do here? If it's land, we will queue that position to continue going. Okay, that sounds about right. So if grid new row new col, if that's land, then we're going to do q.push new row new col. And we've not seen it before. Okay. Bug here. Oops. Just need semicolon there. Did I add a semicolon here? Yep. Go to the front, pop if we've seen it, then continue. Should be good. Let's see. Ooh, that would have been big. Thank God I didn't put an ampersand there. Up, down, left, right. Yep, UDLR. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Okay, I think this is that. So we're getting 4 distinct islands. That means this is getting called 4 times. That means BFS isn't working properly. See if I got this right. Up is 0, 1. Yeah, no. Referring to the rows, it's actually 1, 0. Down is minus 1, 0. Left is 0, minus 1, and that's 0, 1. Okay, but I doubt that fixes the problem. Doesn't. Both are outputting 4. Something's wrong with the BFS. Only if it's land, push it on. Yeah, so the BFS gets entered 4 separate times. I am curious though what the positions are. 0, 0 is fine. That makes sense. It should be. But 0, 1 doesn't make any sense. That means the right check didn't work. Right should be 0 and then 1. Yep. Should only breaking if the new row is less than 0. And new row is greater than equal to the number of rows. Yeah, that sounds right. Here's the front element, accesses the first element. Makes sense. Is there an issue with this? No, it is coals. Oh my gosh. Now it's 6. Still 6. Should be aware of calls at least. If this is working properly. Yep. So that's working fine now. There are 9, so it kind of doesn't make sense for it to give me 6. Oh, okay, I get it. It's because I'm seeing it. And then it immediately, hits that. Well, that's stupid. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so when should I assign it? I should be doing. Really? Still 6? Where could the issue be? Up, down, left, right. Yeah, should be. If 9. This is breaking out immediately. Why is that? It's because I should be adding. Back down to 6. Okay, then that leads me to believe the scene logic is correct. It's something else. Me checking directions. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Time limit exceeded. That's crazy. Okay. If time limit exceeds, that probably means we're in an infinite loop. Probably. Unless we have couts, which we don't. So how could we have an infinite loop? Well, then there is an issue with the scene stuff. If I'm on land and we haven't seen it before, then we've encountered a new island. So increment that and enter a BFS so we can search the rest of the island. Nice. Now we're gonna create a queue of coordinates. Push the given initial coordinates. As long as the queue is not empty, we're going to retrieve the current row and the current column that we're going to be analyzing. Now pop it because we're in the middle of handling that now. Because we're about to do stuff with it, mark this as seen. Yeah. Check all 4 directions that we can go, up, down, left, right. So the new row will be that, new column will be that, and as long as it's not out of bounds, then we can handle this as a part of the island that we're on. We only want to consider this to be a part of the island that we're currently on if it's land, which is 1, and we only want to think about it if it's never been entered before. Cool, that should be okay. But a BFS. Only if we've never seen it before. That's so... what's going on? Okay, easy way to check for an infinite loop is to see out here. Yep. Obvious infinite loop. Okay. A repeating pattern. How is the same row and column pair being computed so many times? Oh. Why would that have been an issue? This is mostly land. So what happens when there's mostly land? You'll get here, you'll get there. Alright, I guess I just gotta figure it out after. Actually, I'm gonna figure it out now. So I don't think I'm in an infinite loop. I think I'm just recomputing the same value a lot of times. That's why we don't see a recurring pattern. Yeah, so before this one gets fully computed, because of BFS, when you queue something on, because that gets accessed really late, when we're computing everything else, these guys can queue on more stuff to the back before that gets handled, and you kind of sort of go into that recursive issue of adding more and more because we're getting all the way to, without this line, we're allowing all of this to happen. And by the time this if statement is checked, we don't know if the new one that we're going to compute has actually been seen in the past, even though the current one that we're on has been computed. So I guess this one just makes it more efficient in that way. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking about the 1111 case, but yeah, because I wasn't getting an infinite loop, that was a bit of a difficult one to catch. But I'm so slow. Why is it so slow? Is it faster to use a 2D vector? Or is it because I'm recreating a queue every single time? I think I am. I think I can bring this out here. That should still work. Because if I really wanted to, I can individually check all the positions instead of iterating through that and making a whole new vector pair or a pair vector. Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of efficiency versus readability. You know what? I'm happy with that, but let's see. Can you make this even faster? Squeeze out. Vector rule is surprisingly slow. Really? If my scene was actually a bit set of size, that's 300 times 300. 90,000. What's that? Okay. Makes sense.